Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this evening's virtual function to witness the finals of our Innovators Hub, where our young robotic enthusiasts will be showcasing their innovative projects based on our Think Out of the Book concept. We would like to welcome all our viewers, especially our students who have participated in this project. Welcome to all the parents, course instructors, and of course, our esteemed franchisees as well. Let me quickly introduce myself. My name is Jasmine, and I'm part of the OBOTS team North America. My co-host to this evening's function is none other than the CEO of OBOTS North America, Ms. Megha Karia, a pioneer woman who has a couple of programs like UCMass, Journey of Entrepreneurship, iMath under her wings, just to name a few. Hi, Megha. I'm so happy to be sharing the screen with you today to host this evening's function to witness our talented robotics innovative. Our viewers would like to hear a few words from you, Megha. Over to you.
Thank you, Jasmine, and a very warm welcome to all our parents and our students who are eagerly waiting to present their projects today. Very creatively and innovatively, they have worked on these projects. But coming to the education programs that we have been into and we are at this point in, as you rightly mentioned, we have always believed that education is something that needs to be very passionately managed, and that is something that goes in my blood. I'm very passionate about education. The reason being that I believe that education can make a difference and can take the community forward. We all want to do something for the community. But if we can take the community forward for a better future, I think we do a great job by making the future brighter for our youngsters, for our country, and so forth. So when we actually, what I believe in is that there are certain things in education, like schooling is like a have to. So when it's a have to, it sort of becomes something that you are somewhere in your head forced to do. And if to supplement that school education we do certain things, then if it is tutoring, then probably we are just adding up to some more schoolwork. And that is the reason when we started our education company in North America, our sole purpose was to stay niche and still stay relevant. All the products that we have, right from iMaths that starts at age 3, UCMass that starts at age 5 and older, between the age of 5 and 13, OBOTS that starts, OBOTS, the robotics program that we're talking about today, that could start as early as 9-year-olds, and the Journey of Entrepreneurship program. All of these programs do not go in the rat race of, fighting with the school education. They actually work to untap the child's potential so that the child can actually go to the growth of next level and use his own brain to the utmost, capabilities. And that is the beauty of staying niche with their products and not do the typical tutoring programs. So that is our first goal. And the second and the most important thing, what I feel, is in today's internet world, in today's world of where information is just tapping some of your fingers here and there, it's just information is just around the corner.
All over. Yes.
All over. So what you need is creativity and innovation to use that information more effectively. And that's what our programs do for children. They are not teaching them the same old. I'm sure you're aware that, our mothers, we, and our children all are studying practically the same kind of courses in their elementary school age or middle school age.
That's true.
The elementary and the middle school curriculum doesn't really change dramatically. But what we need to change in our children is how creatively and effectively they can put that education into application. And through our programs, especially through OBOTS, we do that very, very effectively, because children, when they actually learn the UC Mass Mental Math program, they get their foundational skills very strong. But when they implement the program through OBOTS robotics, we are able to actually apply a lot of math knowledge, physics knowledge, and that inclination towards STEM into practical life. And that's what we're going to see today through our Think Out of the Book projects that the children have done. So I think that is a very satisfying journey, that you can make a difference in a way that is relevant in today's life.
Definitely, Megha. That was so inspiring. It was so inspiring to hear you.
Thank you so much, Jasmine.
You're welcome. All right. So next we have with us today the robotics guru himself, Mr. Krupesh Shah, the man behind it all. Krupesh is our manager for OBOTS Division North America. Hi, Krupesh, and good evening.
How are you?
I'm well. Thank you so much, Krupesh. I'm sure you are equally excited as the rest of us are in witnessing the creative ideas put together by our young innovators in all the different levels.
Yes. So yeah, to start with, today we have Think Out of the Book competition finals round, which is called as Innovators Hub. So this is a hub where all innovators are coming together and putting their efforts and showing it to all of us. So Think Out of the Book is a competition where students have made real working projects based on the knowledge that they have gained through the OBOTS program, which is based on robotics and coding. And this year we have a theme called EPIC, which is EPIIC, where E stands for execution, where students have to ensure they have to make a working project and user-friendly. Presentation, where their confidence is tested. Idea, where they have to ensure that they have an innovative idea, and also the clarity of the idea should be very clear. Coming to innovation, a lot of kids have worked very hard to ensure that there is some innovative project coming out, which we will see today. And the last is creativity, which ensures that it looks good, it looks fancy. You know, when you're looking at it, it should look nice. So that's the whole idea about this competition today. So I would say, lastly, good luck to all the participants and give your best.
Thank you, Krupesh. Thank you so much. That was amazing. Can hardly wait to get started. So let's introduce our esteemed judges next for this evening's function. We will start with our very own Mr. Anand Karia, President of OBOTS North America. Hi, Anand. A computer engineer by profession, Anand has been involved in the business of computers and IT since 1994. Right from softwares like WordStar, Lotus, Fox Pro, etc., to ERP softwares like SAP, and recently offering robotics to all our young, inspiring robotic engineers. Anand has been an edupreneur throughout his life, having run other businesses like UC Mass, Joe, and iMath. Anand, welcome.
Thank you, Jasmine. Good to be here.
Yeah, perfect. Our next judge for this evening's function, we have with us Mr. Manav Sranch, research scientist at the Center of Computational Mathematics at Flatron Institute. Manas has also done his aerospace engineering and has a PhD from New York University. Welcome, Manas.
It's great to be here. Thank you for having me.
You're welcome, Manas. I would now call upon Megha to give us a little more detail on today's events and flows. Over to you, Megha.
Thank you, Jasmine, and welcome, Anand and Manas. So along with all the viewers that we have on the social media and YouTube, let me also give you guys the flow. I'm sure you guys are a bit aware, but let me just give you guys a flow of the event. What we're going to do today is we will be, these children who have participated in the Think Out of the Book contest that we have for the Robots Olympiad for 2021, they have created projects based on the levels that they have completed in the OBOTS program. These projects are called Think Out of the Book because they have to actually use concepts from the book, but they have to innovate and create new items, new experiments that actually can be used in practical life or in other areas of life to showcase their skills that they have learned through the program. They have created videos with their projects. So we will be airing those videos right now. And after the video gets aired, for each student, both of you will get a chance to get a one-on-one with these students and ask them relevant questions about their projects. And obviously the child gets a little bit of time to, if he wants to express anything more. So that's our judging criteria. You guys will obviously see the projects through the videos and then ask them questions and finally give your results, which our master Krupesh will be accumulating all together, and then we will be having our results ready by in the next couple of days. So yeah, so that's how the flow of the event is, and I'm sure the children are eagerly waiting to showcase their projects and are excited, thrilled, and obviously have a lot of anxiety on what questions will be asked to them. So we will be starting with our first set of projects, and these projects are from level 1 completed children. Now, all these levels actually, these are very young children. These are 9 and 10-year-olds, and these levels that we have are divided between the difficulty level that we have in the program, as simply any program would have. The level 1 will have the least difficulty and so forth. So the level 1 actually consists of electronics, and obviously in a very infancy stage of electronics that they learn in level 1, and they through electronics and concepts of physics, they learn circuit diagrams and connecting circuits together, and based on those things they have a kit, and using the kit and using the concepts of level 1, they have created these projects. So our first student today who would be coming up with his project is Athavan from Cambridge, Obots, and he will be presenting right now for our first level 1 project.
Hello, my name is Ozvin, and I'm from Intel Academy, and I'm in level 1. Have you ever been ordering something that you desperately needed, and it's been stolen? It's frustrating. That's why I've created the Package Saver. So about this package dilemma. 1 in 4 Canadians have had their packages stolen before, and over $784 million have been lost due to package theft. And due to the pandemic, these numbers are only going to go up as more and more people are relying on online shopping as a way of getting goods. About the Package Saver. So the Package Saver is a package protection system. It's very basic. So there's a button, which is the detection system that detects if there's a box on it, if there's a package on it or not, and a buzzer beeps if the package is taken off of it. So you can alert yourself, and they might run away, right? Or you could also attach a camera to it so you can see the culprit. This is a short video of a demo of it in action.
So this is the Package Saver. It's a very simple device. There's a button here which acts as a detection system to see if the package is on. So this is the scenario. Someone's coming here to deliver your package. They put it here, right? And the instructions on your delivery will say, flick the switch behind the box. And once you flick it, the device is turned on. Now, if someone unknown, not you, who knows that there's a switch to on and off it, comes on, right, and tries to take the package, there will be a huge beep alerting you, and you could also activate cameras, right, so you can catch the thief.
Okay, so that was a short demo, and now I'll go into the components used. So there's a battery, which is a power source, a buzzer, the alerting system, tag switch, detection, and slide switch will be the on and off system. This is a short circuit diagram of the thing. There's a battery that connects to a slide switch, that connects to a tag switch, which is connected in parallel to the buzzer. FAQs. What inspired me to create this project? So I was working on my school project, and I ordered something from Amazon to help me finish this, right? And the package got stolen, so I had to completely redo my project, and I had to completely change the idea of it. So that's what inspired me to create this package. And thank you for listening.
All right, so Thank you, Adhavan, for this wonderful project. I think a very, very relevant project in today's times. I think it started with a perfect project for today, which is, I think, all of us have done online shopping to the most in the past 14 months. And this is a very relevant project. So over to Anand, if you have any questions for Adhavan's project.
First of all, Adhavan, big congratulations to you. I think it's a very well-made project, and considering the fact that you're there, this is like the level 1 project, which you are aware of very few of the basics of the the robotics program that you're doing. Compared to that, I think it's a very fantastic thing that you have done there. The idea is excellent, like Megha said. So overall, I think I'm pretty impressed with the way you have done. I just had a quick question. You said you have a switch that you turn on and off at the back of the project. So my question is there a way in the future you can design something where you don't need to physically turn on and off the switch, and rather have like a detection system, automatic detection system, where the moment someone comes close to the box, it turns on automatically? Is that a possibility in the future? Can you think it's possible to be done?
Yeah, definitely. Like there could be like a detection system like further, like before you like come near the package, right? And if that gets triggered, it would automatically on the switch, and there would still be a manual trigger in case it malfunctions. And also you could have an app, right? When you could, if you're not there, right, to manually on and off it, you can like do it from an app, which can also which can also tell you if your package is like been stolen or if it's still there or if it arrived yet.
Yeah, fantastic. That's a great reply, Adavan. And yes, you very rightly said that you could do it through the app as well. Plus, like you mentioned, that could be an override switch as well. So in case the auto detection doesn't work, at least you have an override switch through which you can manually turn it on. So yeah, that's a fantastic reply, Adavan. Congratulations. That's it from me, Megha.
So thanks, Anand. Over to Manas. I think it's your turn to see what Adhavan has more to offer.
Firstly, I would also like to congratulate Adhavan. That is a very excellent project and an amazing presentation. Actually, my question just got stolen, so I need to come up with a new question on the fly. How would you scale this project, Adhavan, if you had to if you had like different size boxes or different materials? Is there ways in which you can scale this?
Okay, well, for the different size boxes question, right? Well, like I did some research, and according to Amazon, the maximum package size can only be 63.5 centimeters in all direction. So all boxes will be like slightly bigger than that, all packages. And the maximum weight can only be 22.5 kilograms, and the minimum weight can only be 1 kilogram for each package. So the detection system will be able to detect anywhere from 1 kilogram all the way up to 22.5 kilograms. And for the scaling of the project, I could, instead of making the box out of cardboard, right, I could 3D print it out of plastic using ABS plastic, which is very cheap, durable, and can stand high temperatures. And I could also mass buy the electrical components, so you can easily mass produce it and it'd be still cheap.
Excellent. Your research is phenomenal. Really impressive. Congratulations.
All right, it was amazing. I think I'm super impressed with the research that you've done. Adhavan, do you want to add up anything? Or I think the judges have any other questions left, or we are satisfied with whatever we have with Adhavan?
No more questions from my side. Just want to apologize to Manas for stealing away his question. I guess that's the first thing that pops into your mind, like, right. The man, and you are like, okay, you can't turn it on and off every time. But I think Adhavan answered it very nicely. So yes, that's from my side as well.
Yeah, that was brilliant, Adhavan.
All right, so thank you so much, Adhavan. We will be going to the next project now. Thank you so much, Adavan, for being there. Now we have the next child, again, still from level 1. So the same kind of technology that they have learned so far, which is electronic circuits and basic physics. And we have Rohan Kumar from Ajax presenting his project now.
Hello everybody, my name is Rohan Sudhakar, and today we will be talking about the toddler safety system, where it's a part where you can keep your toddlers or newborns that are learning to walk safe from the stairs away, so you don't want them to leap, because there might be a chance they might fall and they might bump. And that's where this machine comes in, saving you coming where the buzzer comes, and then you hear it, so you can come save your little one. And the use of this is for having your toddlers completely safe. Lots of toddlers have been having injuries, but this one will keep your toddler safe. And here is the example coming right. So this is the toddler safety system. It is one complete rainbow box where your toddler will be safe. So here prefer, like my brother is crawling, like here's the example, my brother is crawling and then his body comes and it blocks it. It completely, like look, even if a shadow comes, it's blocking. And then the flashlight will come back, and then it'll. So there, you have to get your parent to run and go stop the baby from its danger from tumbling down. And so here is the toddler safety system. So now I'm going to come block my head like someone's blocking the light. Now the system works perfectly fine. And then you can come run. Thank you. Hello.
Hi, Rohan, and a very good job in creating that toddler system. I'm sure you yourself are so young right now that thinking of a toddler within itself is, a big thing. So, congratulations for your project. And now we have the judges who would be asking you some questions about your project. Are you ready for the questions?
Yes.
Okay, so I think I'm not going to steal the thunder. I'm going to give the first question to Manas now. So Manas, your turn with Rohan.
Amazing work, Rohan, and great idea. Could you explain your circuit and what components you used? I missed that a little bit. If you could explain to everyone.
So I used LDR and jump wires, a shoebox, a resistor, and LED, and a shoebox, and most importantly, the buzzer.
Very, very nice. Thank you, Rohan.
All right. So Anand, do you have any questions for Rohan?
First of all, great job, Rohan. Very well done. I mean, how old are you?
Okay. I'm 8.
Oh, wow. At the age of 8 to make something like that is unbelievable. I couldn't make it when I was 18 as well. So I don't know how you did it at the age of 8. So yeah, I mean, that's great job, Rohan. Fantastic. You've got a great future. So well done. I don't really have much of questions. I pretty much understood the whole thing. I just want to ask you if you would want to add anything else to the project, because I know you're just completed level 1 right now. So let's say you go beyond the first level and initial next few levels. Would there be something specific you would like to be added to the project? Like, I don't know, a wireless facility or something? What would you like to add?
So, if I would add something in the future, I would use a flashing lights from the level 2 kit, like the car
Mhm.
flashing lights, and a louder buzzer with the 9-volt battery to make it louder.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yes, because if you expect the parents to listen to the buzzer and come down right away, I think it has to be a little louder. So that definitely makes sense. Excellent, Rohan. Very well answered as well. So congratulations once again. Great job done. And that's it from my side, Mega.
All right,
Thank
thank
you.
you, Anand. Thank you, Anand, and thank you so much, Rohan, for spending the time and explaining your project to us. And
You're welcome.
we are now done with our first level children. And I will invite my co-host, the main host for the evening today, Jasmine, to take over and start with the next level of student projects.
Thank you, Megha. Let us now move on to our level 2 projects. In this level, the students have used machine designing using control systems and motors. Let us see from what Krish from Windsor has to present.
Hello everybody, my name is Krish Bagrath. I am in level 3 for OBOTS. I am in 9th grade. And this is my spin and launch ball dispensing project. Now you may be wondering, what is this project for? Well, this is basically used in sports scenarios for different sports trainings. And it is basically taking a ball input and spitting it out to a greater distance at a greater force. It would be able to throw, pass, launch, and so on. For example, let's say you want to play baseball. You can drop balls in here and it will automatically shoot towards you, which you can then hit with your bat. Now let's go over how this actually works. On the bottom, we have an aiming function, which has a 10 RPM motor connected to this wheel. And this wheel will basically turn the whole machine to allow it to aim in any direction needed. On the top, there's a 300 RPM motor connected to a connector strip, which then spins along this tinfoil. This tinfoil is basically a ramp for any tinfoil balls that I'll be dropping in our demonstration. And as the balls come through here, this connector strip is supposed to hit it. Now there's a special feature on my tinfoil, which I've made at the front, which is a little flap. And this is so whenever the connector strip does not come in contact with it and it doesn't rotate on time, the flap will push the ball back and give this enough time to come back and strike it once again. Other pieces on my machine include various pieces for the structure, stability, and balance, and an intercon for power supply. In reality, this machine could have a few additions. For example, it could have more wheels to add to the balance of the structure, a few stronger pieces to add to the stability and balance of the structure, a bigger spout for the ball to collect it from a larger area, stronger motors and faster motors to allow the machine to work faster, and possibly some sensors to detect the balls coming in to automatically turn on the machine instead of keeping it on all the time. Now I will be showing a demonstration of my spin and launch machine. Now for this machine, I will be using the channel 1 switch to control the top motor, and I will be using channel 3 to aim the machine. Now let's see how it works. For this demonstration, I will be shooting it in one direction, then aiming it in another to shoot it. Here's a slower and closer look at how my machine actually works. Recently, I've been trying different ways to maximize my distance of my machine. First of all, I tried to change the shape of my flap. Second, I tried to add a new ball input method, which would essentially drop the ball right at the front, which didn't increase the consistency, but it did not increase the distance. Third, I ensured that the ball would be struck at the bottom or at the middle of the ball in order for it to go straight or lift. And fourth, I also tried different ball sizes and weights. However, all these factors were not enough for my distance to increase significantly. If I had more resources, I definitely would have used faster motors and a longer arm, which would have increased my distance. A longer arm was also not doable because it would imbalance my structure. I hope you enjoyed my spin and launch project.
Awesome. That was amazing, Krish. That was really very impressive. And now with the sporting activities opening up slowly, I'm sure this would be a great addition.
Thank you.
So Anand, do you have any questions for Krish on his spin and launch project?
Yeah, my first question is how much does it cost? Because I play a lot of tennis and I desperately need a ball machine to throw those balls at me. Because the rent here is very expensive. So I'd rather probably purchase one from you. Okay, so that apart, I just had one question, Krish. Is it possible to have, you have the arm which keeps on going round and round and it keeps hitting the ball. So one is, I think you already mentioned that your future thing would be to have a bigger source where you can have all the balls put in together and they come one by one. So I'm sure that should be possible. But if I also want that, I don't want the arm to keep going round and round. I want the arm to move only when it detects a ball coming down, and only then it goes ahead and hits it faster. Is that a possibility? And how do you think that could be done?
Yeah, so that's definitely a possibility that can be done using some ball detecting sensors. And they could probably be put somewhere up here on the top of the ramp. So whenever a ball is detected, then the machine will turn on, and maybe after a certain number of seconds after it's inactive, it will automatically shut off to save power.
So you'd probably put up a timer kind of a thing there to turn off the arm?
Yeah, maybe in future levels, once I receive some sensors and some coding abilities, then I can code it to only stay on for a certain number of seconds after use, and then it'll shut off.
Yeah, that makes absolute sense. Thank you so much, Krish. Well done. Good job. I love the way it executes properly. So that's it from my side, Jasmine.
Thank you, Anand. Manas, do you have any questions for Krish?
Firstly, phenomenal. This is really amazing work that you've done. I play a different sport, but same issues arise. I have a slightly different question to what Anand was asking, which is there a way in which now the person who's batting in the future, can you imagine the batsman or the batter in baseball controlling the aiming? He's saying that, I want to practice a straight shot, or I want to practice a shot just slightly to the left or slightly to the right, rather than doing it with wires. Do you see such a possibility, or what extensions?
Yeah, so that was also one of my future integration possibilities, where maybe there could be another type of sensor where it could detect the user that is actually using the machine. And then whenever the user is moving side to side, they don't have to worry about manually rotating it. They can just automatically move wherever, and the machine will follow it. And if that cannot be done with a sensor, maybe it's out of range, maybe that can be done using some type of device that will connect them wirelessly, so it can align and follow with them constantly.
Nice. That's amazing. Great research and, great execution as well. Love the idea.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Manas. Thank you, Krish. Krish, do you have any questions for our judges?
No.
All right. So good luck to you.
Thank you.
And all the very best. Okay. Next in the same level too, we have Kian from West Island, Quebec. Let's see what Kian has to present.
Are you tired of constantly getting up to figure thought every now and then? I got the perfect solution for you. Hello judges, my name is Kianaga and I'm in level 2 for OBOTS. Today I'll be showing you my project called CK Paw. CK Paw is a dog creator robot. My dog Chico is the inspiration of my robot. CK stands for Chico. Here's how it works. You fill the bottle with dog food and it'll dispense it for you. You could also fill it with a few treats, and your furry friend will be happy. Lucky for me, I find a creative and the most convenient way to feed my dog without getting up. Feature that I would like to add in the future is to be able to program it and to add a timer. so my dog could be fed according to a schedule. In order to make it work, I use two 300 RPM motor to make the wheel runs, one 10 RPM motors for the body to turn in a 360 degree, and I also use one caster wheel in the front of the body to make it stable. And lastly, I use one remote control to control my robot. Let's see how my robot works in real life. Hello Jokers, today I'm going to show you how my robot works. First, we need to put dog food in the bottle, but then you're able to just press it. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to showcase my robotic knowledge. I'll continue to invent more unique projects. Thank you for listening to my oral presentation, and I hope you like my robot.
Hi, Kian. That was amazing. I enjoyed watching that, and I'm sure all the dog lovers out there would be so thrilled to see that as well. Anand, do you have any questions for Kian on his dog feeder project?
Well, first of all, congratulations, Kian. Very well done and executed. I loved your dog Kiko as well. I think
Yes, it's too cute.
really cute. And while Kiko was moving around the screen, I think Manas had one of his kittens moving by him. It felt the dog in on the screen, so it wanted to explore further, I guess. Anyway, so Kian, great job done. You had, I think it pretty much executed the way you wanted it to be. All I want to know is, in the future, would you, if you can have some more things coming in, not technically, of course, but what would you like to change in this in the future? Would you like to add any more features to this?
I would like to add a Wi-Fi connection.
Mm-hmm. So you can do it wirelessly and maybe through an app as well?
Yes.
That makes sense. You can add the Wi-Fi connection to the whole thing. And I guess using the app, you can probably even set up schedules on fixed schedules. It goes and, probably just gives it to Kiko. And yeah, I think that seems to be a good idea. Very well done, Kian. Very well executed program, flawless execution. Perfect.
Thank you, Anand. Thank you. Manas, do you have any questions for Kian as well?
No, he's answered everything, and that amazing project, amazing work. Like Anand was saying, my cat loved your robot so much that, she had to come and see it. She was like, it's feeding time now.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, amazing work. The wireless idea that you have is I'm looking forward to that. When you have it on the market, please give me this thing. I would love to get one of these. This is phenomenal. Congratulations.
Thank you, Manas. Thank you. Kian, do you have any questions for our judges?
No.
Are you good?
Yes.
So we wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
Good luck, Kian.
Okay.
Thanks. All right. So next in the same level 2 again, we have Manush from Mount Pleasant, Brampton. Let's see what Manush has to present.
Hello, my name is Manush, and to you I introduce the Forklift Mini, a miniature replica of the real forklifts. Forklifts are used every day in manufacturing industries to transport goods from point A to point B. My forklift here is made up of two 300 RPM motors, one 15 RPM motor for the up and down movement, a freewheel in the front for support, a buzzer, and a light to notify people that a moving vehicle is coming. The concept behind this are the two pulleys located on the lift. The pulleys are connected to a rope, which is also connected to the 15 RPM motor underneath the car. The motor pulls or pushes the rope, which then goes through the two pulleys and connects to the lift arm, which goes up and down. Now, for the wire management, it's all in the skeleton. So then you can see literally no wires. Now, let's see the forklift mini in action. First, it's going to pick this pallet up, bring it over to the tower of books, and then drop it there, off there. It seems as though the forklift mini is psychotically linked with me. Although one thing to enhance is to cut this big old cord. Wires are just a thing of the past. We can replace the wired controller with a wireless one. Although, big thank you to Obots for giving me extensive knowledge on how to make magnificent robots just like Forklift Mini. I will continue to thrive for greatness by making better robots and
That was very, very well presented, Manoj. I was super impressed with your project. So let's see what the judges have to say. Let's go with Manas now. Manas, do you have any questions for Manoj?
Great project, Manush. You already answered the questions that one might have by thinking about how to extend the project, and the execution and the way you've compartmentalized and your design was really amazing. Maybe a question that I have for you is, what would be some of the challenges that you'd run into as you try to scale this to be bigger and to hold heavier weights? Like, are there any considerations that you could think about or that you'd need to worry about as you make these things bigger?
Yeah, thinking about the scalability, first of all, to lift heavier weights, it would need more power, a better 15 RPM motor to replace that motor. Also, so a better 15 RPM motor to lift heavier weights, and for faster movement for day-to-day life to work faster, bigger, just like the 15 RPM motor, you need to replace the 300 RPM motors to work at the pace you need it to work at.
Nice. Amazing execution again. Great work, and keep it up.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Manas. How about you, Anand? Do you have any questions for Manoj?
Well, I guess his design has left me spellbound. I don't know what to say. I mean, it's a
That
very
is true.
well made. I would probably give him full marks for creativity, especially the way he's built the whole forklift. It's not easy to build that structure, but it's like a flawless design that he's made. The execution went as per expectations as well. So I don't really have too many questions for him. The only thing I wanted to ask him is this supposed to work like a robot, like what they have in Amazon warehouses kind of thing? Or are you expecting it to be manually run with like a driver inside the forklift and doing it?
Right now, it's run by remote, but like as I go forward in Obots, I can make it run just like the ones in Amazon fulfillment centers with sensors and runs automatically, no one needed. So yes, going along with coding and sensors coming in, I can do that.
So you can make the robot go to any of the aisles and any of the shelves, and automatically it knows that it is supposed to go to aisle 5, like whatever shelf 12, and go up the rack, pick it up and bring it to the person. So that's all possible in the future, right?
Yes, with sensors and coding.
All right. Absolutely. Perfect. Thanks a lot, Manush. That was fantastic. Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anand. Thank you, Manoj. Any questions for our judges?
No questions.
Thank you, Manoj. Good luck to you. I'm very impressed with your confidence and your project. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right. Now let's move on to our level 3 project, where in this level, learning wireless circuits and using transmitters and receivers, our students have made amazing wireless projects. Let's take a look and see what Vithan from Ottawa has to present.
Hello everyone, my name is Vedana Ro, and for this year's OBOTS Think Out of the Book competition, I have created the Smart Hospital. The Smart Hospital essentially uses various components from levels 1 to 3. For this presentation, I will be taking you on a quick tour of the Smart Hospital. Come on, let's go!
Okay, I think we are having a little technical with a difficulty with the video.
To enter the hospital, the visitors must apply pressure onto the
Do we have Vedhan from Ottawa?
It's pressed and rotates the 300 RPM motor that pulls the door open. Once they enter the hospital, they will get greeted by the receptionist. Next, they must go to the receptionist's desk, and then they have to check their temperature. If their temperature is normal, the green LED will glow on, which means you can enter. And if your temperature is too high, the red LED will glow, which means that you cannot enter. Next, you will see RoboJanitor. RoboJanitor's job is to clean the first floor of the hospital. I'm controlling RoboJanitor with wireless transmitter and receiver. On both floors, I have added floor lights. I am controlling them on the remote controller with channel 6 and 5. Next, the visitors must visit the patients. In order to do that, I have created an elevator, and I use the 300 RPM motor to create the elevator. Once you come up from the elevator, you will be in the hallway. Next, you must go to one of these two rooms to wait until the nurse calls you and says that you can visit a patient. If the patient needs the nurse to come, they can press this tag switch, which will make the buzzer go on and tells the nurse to come. Next, for the patient's comfort, I have also added a fan. To control the fan, I have used channel 3 of the 5C wired remote controller. I hope you enjoyed the tour of my smart hospital. In the future, I would like to add more features that help the treatment of the patients and not only the management of the hospital. Thanks to OBOTS, I hope I can help people in the future using robotics.
That's amazing. Hi, Venthan. That was amazing. Very impressive project, especially in today's times with the pandemic. I'm sure this is a great idea.
Thank you.
Awesome. So I'll hand it over to Manas. Manas, do you have any questions for Venthan?
Quentin, that was amazing. You know, you had so many features in there, and like the use of all the functionalities made available to you was amazing. And also the Lego blocks, very detail oriented, phenomenal. You mentioned towards the end that you would like to add features for better patient care. What kind of features were you thinking about adding?
Maybe X-ray for heart, for the heart temperature check.
Oh, very nice. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Thank you. Thank you, Manas. How about you, Anand? Do you have any questions for Venthan?
Great job, Venthan. I'm very impressed with the way you've built the whole project. I mean, it's not just a single stage project, but you've managed to have several stages within a single project, which is excellent. Starting with the temperature to elevators to the mopping of the floors to turning on the fans and stuff like that. So it's amazing, like within a single project, how have you been able to get so many things together? So I'm very impressed with the whole project. Very well done. I don't really have any questions. I'm okay with whatever you have done. So great job. Fantastic.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Anand. Thank you. Venthan, would you like to add anything to your project?
No, I don't have any questions.
All right, Venthan, thank you so much. Good luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, let's move on. Next, in the same level, we have Jisoo from Kirkland, Quebec. Let's see what Jisoo has to present.
Hello everyone, my name is Jisoo. I am a student of Robotic Level 4. I'll present a robot from level 1 to level 3, which is here. This machine can do soil tilting, seed spreading, then covering the seeds with soil in a succession. I named it the Multifunctional Gardener, which can help farmers to work easily while saving time and manpower. This 300 RPM motor is for soil tilting. These two 100 RPM motor is for the movement of the robot. And this 1200 RPM motor with a fan on it is for spreading the seed. And also it is equipped with a trim pot to control the speed. And the last, this is the part to cover the seed with soil. This robot has a motor driver to connect all the motors together, and the motor driver is on the receiver. All the motors are connected by 4 batteries and 1 solar panel in parallel circuit on the Testocon. I used a transmitter to give command to the robot so it can operate, and this is how it works. I'm going to show you the demo outside because there's sunlight, so the solar panel can work.
Start.
Now I put the seed in the bucket so it can spray the seed.
Okay. Go.
It tilts the soil on the back, it sprays the seed, and it covers the seed with soil here.
Go.
Thank you for watching the video.
Thank you, Jisoo. That was very impressive. With our summers just around the corner, I'm sure everybody would be happy to have that gadget with us.
Thank you.
All right. So let's move on to the judges. Anand, do you have any questions for Jisoo?
First of all, great job, Jisoo. Very impressive project, especially especially considering the fact that it's for the farmers and the agriculture, which is like the backbone of any country's economy. It's a great project that you have thought of. Very innovative thinking. It's like a 3-in-1 project. The only question I have is, what would you like to have added in the future? Like, is there anything you would want to add to increase the scalability of the project in the future?
So like the wires, they're all messy. So I wish like it can be on a circuit board.
Mm-hmm.
And the planer, I can attach it better with some L strips and yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. Yes, but I think overall it's pretty good. Maybe you can add something where, I'm just trying to be more ambitious. So you could probably add a water sprinkler system at the back as well. So you've already dug it up, you've thrown the seeds there, you've kind of covered it up with the soil. Now the only thing left is to water it. So maybe you can even add a little bit of water sprinkler. I'm just being ambitious. But great job, very well done. Congratulations, Jisoo.
Definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anand. Thank you for that. How about you, Manas? Do you have any questions for Jisoo?
No, this was phenomenal. I think he's also answered the questions that I might have had with the extensions. Great work, great touch with reutilizing the solar energy as well and putting it in parallel, and amazing. And good luck with the extensions that you've thought about. This would be an amazing device.
Thank you.
Thank you, Manas. Jisoo, would you like to add anything?
No. That's all.
All right. So good luck to you, Jisoo. Thank you so much. We've all enjoyed watching you. All right. So let me now call upon Mr. Krupesh, the expert himself, to say a few words on these level projects. So over to you, Krupesh.
Thank you, Jasmine. Perfect. So always these projects, they bring a big smile on my face looking at them. And at this young age, they have done such a fantastic job. So far we have seen level 1, 2, and 3. So in level 1, basically kids learn about electronics and they learn about logic gates. So if you see the first project, it's a simple NOT logic gate, but well executed for, which can be scalable up to Amazon level as well. And then they work with LDRs and light sensors, and they also work on the voltage and current. But the main part is the drill which the kids go through. They have to make this project working. So it's not that easy to do this at this young age. Understanding the concepts, drawing circuit diagrams is still manageable. But the kids at this age making working projects, presenting in such a way is amazing, which probably I would have done at like age of 18 or 20, I would say. It's amazing to see them. And then moving to level 2, they move to machine designing. And again, machine designing has a lot of aspects. So they work on the stability, the weight, forklift, one example. He works on the torque of the motor with 10 RPM, 15 RPM. So he understands that if he actually tried it, he tried to put some metal thing on it and he's like, oh, you know what, it's not working. So then he tried to put a cardboard over top of it because the torque was less. So, those challenges, the drill is the most important for kids at this age. Learning concepts is very important. And then at level 3, we bring in wireless technology where they understand the encoding, decoding, addressing part of it. And they actually make those circuits and they put it on level 2 models. So the machine becomes wireless. With Jisoo and with Smart Hospital, we saw that. So, they have integrated really well. So that's what happens in level 1, 2, and 3, where they learn the foundation of robotics. So there is a very big misconception where, people relate robotics just to coding, which I think to my knowledge is not correct, because when robotics comes into the picture, you should know about electronics first, then you should know about machine designing, then you should know about the wireless circuits, then semi-autonomous robots, and eventually the coding comes. So it's like, developing from a childhood, as a baby, we have our motors and joints and all coming up first. Eventually our brain develops and it keeps on developing at this stage as well. So I think, yes, the foundation is very important at this age. And create this foundation and then go for coding. Coding is definitely important, no questions about it, but ensure that your base is clear before you go for coding. So I think, yeah, that's it from my end. And over to you, Megha.
I'm on mute. Okay, thank you so much, Krupesh. I think it was a very insightful and a very important conversation at this stage, because we have parents watching, we have a lot of spectators watching. They need to know how we have believed in our program that the children have to have their foundational skills in place before jumping onto coding. I have seen parents just getting stuck to the buzzword coding. And they at the age of 5, 6, 7, I don't know, we've got elementary school children going for coding lessons. And then I think, what do they, I learned how to code at grade 11 and grade 12 in my time. And now we're giving this opportunity to middle schoolers, which is brilliant. But elementary school, does that really, it's like jumping the ladder, and that is what I feel Obots is extremely unique. That we go on the foundational skills and then go on to the next step of coding. So thank you so much for explaining all of this. Now we will go to our next segment where children will genuinely code and then make their projects successful with the physicality of the equipment and the codes put together in the background. So they start with M Block, which obviously is very easily available, but still that's again the step-by-step process that we start with. In level 4, they start their coding-based projects, and that is our first project from all the way from New Jersey, South Plainfield location. Moksh is presenting for level 4.
Hello, this here is my project known as the Lego Vault. It functions just like a vault in the bank. Being small in size, it can protect small items. In my case, it is protecting my candies. To open it, you need to go through a 2-step verification. First, you need to put your finger over this sensor. Then, you need to press these 2 buttons in the color combination, which here is 2 times blue and 4 times yellow. And if you do these steps correctly, bingo, you are in. But if you don't do these steps correctly, the alarm will go off. So this way, you can protect your valuables so that no one else can get them except you. To make this vault, I use an IR sensor, which is where you place your finger, a microcontroller, which is where you enter your combination, a servo motor, which controls the vault gate, and an alarm that goes off if you press the combination incorrectly. And a lot of Legos. Thank you for watching.
Thank you so much, Moksh. I think it was amazing to see your video. I think it was finished very neatly, and a great idea on how you presented it. Over to the judges. Manas, what questions do you have for Moksh?
Moksh, this was a great project and great execution. Love your design with the Lego blocks. What inspired you to build this project? Was there a lot of chocolate theft in the house?
Yeah.
Nice. No, overall, great execution. I have no technical question. That was just a fun one. Phenomenal, and keep it up.
All right, Anand, the next question is for you. Obviously, you can steal his candies because now you know the code. But do you have any technical questions for him?
No, I think great job, Moksh. Very well planned and executed. Love the way you use the Lego blocks to create the whole building and the vault kind of thing. The only question probably I would have is the scalability. Like, what would you like to see in the project in the future where it becomes more practical to use in real life application? Would you like to add something to the project in the future, like, I don't know, fingerprint scanner or retina scanner or something like that, to make it more safe for everyone? What are your future plans for the project?
In the future, I would like to add a face scanner, another way to open the vault, like a key card scanner, a bigger scale of the vault, and an eye sensor.
Okay. Do you have any idea what components would be additionally required? I'm sure you're just in level 4 and also you may not, but it's just out of curiosity I'm asking, like, you think these scanners are available in the market today, which you can, ready-made, you can probably add it to your project? How does it work?
I don't know if they are in the market ready-made, but I'm sure in the future they will.
Yeah, that makes sense. And did you love programming for the project as well?
Yeah.
Do you love the designing part more or the programming part more?
The programming part more.
You're like me. Excellent. All right. Great job. That's it from our side. Moksh, great job done. Back to you, Megha.
All right. Thank you so much, Moksh. Some more patience, and we will have the results ready by a couple of days. And Krupesh will be informing everyone about the results. So thank you so much, Moksh. We will now move on to our next level 4 participant for today, who's reached the finalist. We have Carson from Richmond, BC, British Columbia. And he will be presenting his project. Obviously, will know a little bit of coding through level 4 and will be presenting.
Hi, my name is Carson and this is my project. My ball drop game is the project that I have been designing for the past few days. The point of the game is to place the ball in the right spot where it can drop into the correct location. The prize of winning the game is a toy car. My project includes 2 bow motors, a ball, a pin board, the Arduino board, and an IR sensor. I have had countless attempts trying to win on my machine, and I find it very addicting to watch. As you can see here, it is not as easy as it looks. And now I will present to you my final product.
All right, Carson, that was impressive. I really loved it. And always fascinated by toy cars, not just as a child, even as a mother, I used to be fascinated by toy cars. So I want to win it very, very quickly. And I love the whole presentation that you made. Over to the judges, Manas, what do you have for Carson? What questions do you have for him?
Well, Carson, that's an amazing execution. Great idea for a game. Fun question. How many tries did it take you to win on your own board?
Normally, I chose like the slot that takes the hardest time. So it'll take like normally 10 to 15 times before I can actually get it.
Mm-hmm. Nice. No, it's amazing design, and you can move the pins around as well to change the challenge every time. Can you briefly talk about the coding aspect of your project?
My code is pretty simple. Pretty much is if the IR sensor senses something in front of it, then it'll move both the motors at the same time, which one of the motors just says you win, and the other one lets down a door that shows the car.
Very nice. Great execution. Amazing design. Love the concept. Keep it up.
Thank you.
All right, Anand, I think there's almost no question left, but if you have anything to add up, we can surely ask Carson now.
Carson, great job done. I love the design overall. It made me remember, I kind of got nostalgic when I remember I used to play the pinball game, and it was always tough. I always was very confident when I started off that I'm going to win this, but I somehow never ended winning up this. And this looks to be a very difficult design to win as well. So I'm not sure if I can win this, but yeah. So I just had a quick question as a follow-up to what Manas asked. Like you said, when the infrared, the IR thing senses it, 2 motors starting. So what are the 2 motors? You say one is for the flag moving around and one is for...
Yeah. So I can show you here. So my motor lets down this door here.
Okay.
It lets down this door, which then shows the car. So
okay.
Right here.
And the other one is for kind of moving the flag around, like
show that you actually won.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's I think a very good idea that you have there. I mean, you could have just kind of simply opened it up, but the idea of moving the thing and making the winner feel special, I think that was a very good idea. No, I think it's a very good idea. I love the project. Anything you would like to add in the future? You think you can add something more to make it even more glamorous? What do you think you can add a little more to this?
So to expand the project in level 5, I know there's the LCD displays, so I can show you win in that way instead of raising the flag. And it could also be like a homemade P&E like arcade game.
Yeah, definitely, it makes sense. I mean, if I would love to have one of my own arcade games in the house, that would be fun to play rather than watching Netflix all the time. So yeah, great job. Very well done, Carson. Excellent. Keep it up.
Thank you.
Carson, my quick question would be, would you be able to, I'm not too sure, but would you be able to code it to a level that you set up that, the pinball has to be played so many number of times, only then there can be a winner? Because I guess, I'm sure these arcades would be doing it so that we never win.
Yeah. So I think that should be possible with coding.
Okay. That's good. That's good to know. All right. Thank you so much, Carson. And we will now move from BC. We'll go all the way to Ottawa. And we have our next participant from the level 4, Ottawa, Abhinav from Ottawa location.
Hello, my name is Abhinav, and this is my Think Out of the Book project. Recently, we have been moving from fossil fuels into renewable energy, such as solar power. Let's say you have a solar powered watch that you want to charge. You would put it in the windowsill. But because light moves frequently, it can move to another window, which makes charging very inefficient. This is where my robot comes into play, the Dot Charger. What this robot does, it searches for light. And when there's lots of light in a certain spot, it stops, which allows your devices to charge very efficiently. If the light moves again, the robot continues to move, avoiding obstacles on its way, and stop at the next light. So let's look at the materials. So I've used 2 IR sensors, 4 motors with 4 wheels, the Unico ACAM board with the LDR, the 7.4 volt battery, and mechanical pieces. As you can see, I've made a cage here to put your items in, and a small rod so you can wrap small items like a watch. So let's look at the program now. As you can see, there is 4 functions, or you can say blocks, that are forward, right, left, and stop. And in the forever loop, I have 3 input devices, 2 IR sensors and 1 LDR. So in the first statement, you can see that if the LDR detects light, it stops, which allows your objects to charge. Or else, if none of the sensors detect anything, the robot will move forward. If there is an object on either side of the robot, it will go the opposite direction, which will avoid it. And if there is an object right in front of it, it will just go to the left and continue towards that path. This is the demo of the Dot Charger. For demonstration purposes, I'll be using the flashlight as a sun, and for a solar powered device, I'm using a solar watch. So let's start this. As you can see, the robot's trying to find light, and when it finds light, it stops, which allows the device to charge. As you can see, when the light is slowly moving, the robot keeps up with it, which allows the device to charge continuously. As you can see, every time I put my hand, it avoids it. And when there's light again, it stops, which allows the device to start charging again. Thank you.
All right, Abhinav, I think it's super impressive. I am very, very impressed. I'm not even sure if we have a moving solar panel like this that can actually use the solar energy most effectively. So, yeah, let's move on to the questions. Anand, what do you think? Do you have any questions for Abhinav?
Well, fantastic job, Abhinav. Very well done. Very, very impressive, I would say. First thing I would say is, before somebody steals the idea, better apply for a patent for this. because I don't think anything like this is available in the market, and it's a very unique idea. I'm very impressed with your idea. Execution went off extremely well as well. You could see, like, as you were moving the flashlight, the thing was moving and then stopping as it is. Very impressive. I don't really have any questions for you, Abhinav, because I'm highly impressed with the whole thing, and I'll have to think twice before asking questions because I think it went flawlessly. So I have no questions, absolutely none. Great job.
Thank you.
All right, Manas. I think we need to dig a little deeper with the Abhinav. We need a question for him.
I can't agree more with Anand, though. It's phenomenal execution, great idea, very novel as well. Seen nothing like it, and great presentation too. What future applications do you see for this? You must have thought about this. This is just phenomenal.
Because we're moving into solar power and we're abandoning fossil fuels because we're running out of it. So because we're going to start making more solar objects, so that's why I thought this would be a great idea, because this will help so many people with charging their devices or anything like that. So yeah, that's why I thought of it and I made it. Yeah.
You never know. You could even send it to outer space. Even the Mars rovers or things like that would need, constant charging, and this would be able to better utilize solar energy. Just amazing.
Thank you.
All right, super. So thank you so much, Abhinav, for doing this project, and I'm sure we are going to scale it to the next level very soon. Right? I am now going to invite Jasmine, my co-host, to take today's presentation forward. Over to you, Jasmine.
Thank you, Megha. Thank you so much. All right, so now moving on to our level 5 projects. Learning embedded C and using Arduino-based microcontrollers, the students have created Bluetooth control systems. Let's take a look and see what Brianka from Markham, Ontario has to present.
Hello everyone, my name is Brianka Malenkiswaran and I'm level 6 for OBOTS. Today, I've created the Smart Patio, the patio that has it all. This patio has many features to make your outdoor time extremely enjoyable. So, here's how it works. Firstly, there's an LCD so that way you can display whatever you want the people at the patio to see. Now, currently, it displays the number of people inside the patio, which is 4. If Dave the Lego Man were to pass the IR sensor, it would alert this and then the number would change to 5. Same thing, if you were to exit it, the number would change back to 4 because he has left and it's sensed by the other IR sensor. I use my level 5 board and level 5 coding as well as an LCD and IR sensors plus some variables to make this work. The other half of my patio has my level 4 board. The first thing is that it has a sensor that alerts them so that way they know when someone enters in. If someone were to enter in uninvited, they'd be quick to be aware because of the light from the LED and the sound from the buzzer, and therefore they'd be able to kick them out. Also, there's an umbrella because when you're outside and extremely sunny, you need some shade. You can control the direction of the umbrella so as the sun changes, you'll be able to have shade all throughout. You can use the IR remote or the buttons on the board to do so. Finally, there's an LED light so that way even after it's dark, you can continue to go outside. If you were to cover the LDR, in conclusion, this is my smart patio. I want to thank my OBOTS teacher, Ms. Puneet, and my center, Outshine Academy from Markham, for teaching me all I need to know about robotics. Thanks to everything I've learned, I'm able to solve everyday problems using robotics and create cool projects. Hopefully, I can continue solving these type of problems and creating even cooler projects. Thank you.
Wow, Priyanka, that was super impressive. Like you said your patio, your smart patio has it all. And now with the patio season just, opening up, I'm sure that's a very, very smart idea. So over to our judges. Anand, do you have any questions for Priyanka?
First of all, Priyanka, congratulations. Very well done. Very well executed project. Very impressive. This patio, I'm just thinking what additional features you would want to add in the future to make it even more. Because I know you have the count of the people going in and out, which is a very good thing. You have the buzzer. So every time someone walks in, you have the buzzer sounding out. So you've kind of thought of everything. You have the umbrella moving based on the thing. So one question I have is, what more features do you think we could add so that it becomes more practical to use in real life applications? That's one of my questions. Second, is it possible, I was thinking, any way where you, rather than moving the umbrella manually, is there a possibility that you move it according to the direction of the sun? Is that a possibility in the future? So two questions, I would say.
Actually, my original idea was to make it move with the sunlight and make it move using the remote control. So that way, while it would move with the sunlight, so it would be efficient. And that way, you can also adjust it more specifically. But when coding it, it didn't end up well. So I just ended up using the remote. And
Okay.
also, I think it would be nice to add like doors. So that way, when the sensor senses something, not only would it add the counter and make noise, but it would also open and close the doors for them.
Yeah. Perfect. I think very good answers. Yes, a door would definitely be good because it's not someone walking in, but you're restricted. So unless the door opens up for you, you cannot even enter the patio. So that's a good extension. And yes, good to know about the umbrella too. So fantastic. Very well done, Priyanka. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you, Anand. How about you, Manas? What do you have to ask Priyanka?
Firstly, congratulations. It was great execution. Love the design that you have, and amazing work. In your the counter, does the person have to always enter through one of the gate and exit through the other, or can it handle the situation where the person is entering and exiting through the same gate? Or maybe I already missed that.
Currently, it only works if you enter through one side and exit through the other side. But I also think it would be a pretty good feature to allow it to enter and exit on the same side with the counter.
Nice. Yeah. Excellent. Overall, great execution and great job and an amazing idea, I'd say. Keep it up.
Thank you, Manas. Priyanka, would you like to add anything? Would you like to say anything?
I have nothing to add. Thank you.
All right, perfect. Thank you so much, Priyanka. Very well, intricate work from you. So good luck to you. Okay. So next in the same level, we have Sabari from Ottawa. Let's see what Sabari has to present.
Hello, my name is Sabari. I'm in currently level 6 and I'm from Obots, Ottawa. Today I made a medical dispenser that helps elderly people remember to take their medicine. So it has 3 parts. It has the dispenser, the buzzer, and the timer. So before this device goes to the elderly person, the pharmacist who is in charge of their prescription is going to set the times that the medicine needs to be dispensed at. Usually it would be the morning, afternoon, and evening, but for demonstration purposes, I'm going to set the times 1 minute away from each other. So for the first time, I'm going to set it as 4:40, which has PM, and then 4:41 PM, and then 4:42 PM. And if the pharmacist makes a mistake, they can just go back and change the time. Then the pharmacist has to decide how many pills are going to be dispensed at each time. So for the first time, I'm going to do 1. The second time I'm going to do 2, and the last one I'm just going to do 1. Then lastly, they have to set the current time, which I'm going to set as 4:39. So once the current time went to 4:39, I set the current time on the timer to 4:39. Next, after the timers has been set, the pharmacist is going to load the dispenser with the tablets. Once the time goes to 440, the alarm starts going off. Now the elderly person is going to come and click the button to dispense the tablet. If you remember, we only did one tablet to be dispensed at time 1. So once the time goes to 441, the alarm goes off again. The elderly person is going to come click the button. So if you remember, we set 2 tablets to be dispensed at 441, so 2 tablets was dispensed. So once the time goes to 442, the alarm goes off again, and once they click the button, it's dispensed. So we start off by including the header files, defining the macros, initializing the variables and registers that we're going to use in the program. Then the highlighted piece of code here is for the pharmacist to set the times and the amount of tablets that need to be dispensed at each time. Then we convert all the times to military time and then start the timer function. And here are all the other functions that we use to display the different panels on the LCD. Then inside our timer function, each time the minute is incremented, we go to the compare function. And in the compare function, we check if it's time for any of the tablets to be dispensed. And if it is, we wait for the button to be clicked and then we dispense.
Wow. Thank you, Sabari. That was amazing. Very impressive. And these ideas are so apt in these current times. So let's go over to our judges and see what they have to say. Manas, do you have any questions for Sabari?
Sabari, firstly, great idea, great execution, and the level of detail that you had over there is just pretty amazing. I guess a question I have for you is what future extensions would you like to add on to your projects? Have you thought about anything?
Yeah, so right now the tube can only fit 3 or 4 tablets. So in the future you would probably have it fit more tablets. And usually for example elderly people, they take multiple tablets. So you'd have multiple tubes, one for each tablet. And then if you saw in the video, the tablets kind of just ran off. So if we had a tray at the bottom to capture the tablets, that would be better. And also right now, the tube I made was specifically made for the Advil tablets that I used. So we probably have different tubes for the different tablets.
Very nice. Good luck with all of those extensions are very well thought of and very apt in this device. And good luck with that. Great idea again and great execution.
Thank you, Manas. Very well said. How about Anand? Anand, do you have any questions for Sabari?
Sabari, first of all, great job with the project. Very innovative and very, very important project, that you have decided to do. I have just come back from a visit back home where my mom is not keeping well. And, at this age, she's always looking at, we are constantly replenishing the tablets in that weekly thing that they have. Every time they have to take it out, remember to take it out, because the biggest task was making them remember that it's time to have your medicines. So I think this was a very innovative, a very well thought of project where, you have the buzzer, based on the timer, and then that kind of forces them to go and, get their medicines done. So first of all, a very innovative and excellent idea that you have. Now, I just wanted to understand a little more on how exactly does the pill pop out and come out. So
yeah, so
what components have you used there?
In the dispenser, so you have one servo motor and then you have a DC motor. Now, ideally, you would have 2 servo motors, but due to the components, I used a DC motor and a servo motor. So once you load the pills, the first servo motor would open, allowing 1 pill to fall, and then it would close. And then I specially made it where the distance between the 2 motors are only for 1 pill. And then the second one would open, allowing the pill to fall off. And this would repeat depending on how many pills need to be dispensed.
So what exactly closes and opens up? Is it like a flap kind of thing that?
Yeah, it's kind of like a lever type of thing. So on the servo motor, it's attached, and using code, it just opens like this.
Okay, fantastic, because that part was hidden. So I was kind of a little curious about that, how exactly does the tablet pop in and is thrown out. So very well executed project. Fantastic job. Great job.
Thank you, Anand. Thank you. Sabari, would you like to add anything or ask our judges any questions?
No.
All right. Thank you so very much.
Well done.
Perfect. Okay, now let's call upon our expert again, Mr. Krupesh, to say a few words on these level projects. Over to you, Krupesh.
Okay, thank you, Jasmine. Yeah, so it was outstanding. Like, the last two level projects, especially level 4 and 5, even I was blown out when I saw the project from Sabri, especially because if you have seen the code in detail for every viewer, I would say it's a 750 line code, which probably even university kids wouldn't be able to do that. Like, it's amazing. So 750 line codes, that too in embedded C language. It's not a block based language. So just to give a little more detail, that level 4 is all about block based programming, where they use the scratch pad, they drag and drop the blocks and they make the code, which is not really easy still, but still kids make it up. But level 5, we go to embedded C, which is where they actually type the code. So it's not that easy. They have to keep in mind the every syntax. Even if you miss one semicolon, the code will give you an error. Thinking about 750 lines and so many words and so many syntax errors, they were working from last 1 month, and in 1 month to execute such level projects is amazing. Like, it's not just about idea, because I thought even if this idea would have been implemented, I would be happy, but he's executed it. So hands down, same with Priyanka and same with Abhinav and all the level 4 and 5 kids. So amazing. And the last thing, level 4 and 5 is all about understanding the logic and algorithms. So we drill the kids right to the core with the logical controls, that if else loops and for loops and all those loops. And also they understand the basic of coding. So that's the whole idea. And coming back to my last important point was, which I mentioned earlier, that if you go to coding directly, let's say today Sabri would have made it this code, but he couldn't have executed it if he didn't know about motors and wires and Arduino controllers and stuff. So that is where I mentioned that electronics and machine designing is very important for robotics. And then go to coding. That is my only advice and suggestions for everyone, if people who are listening outside. And yep, that's pretty much it. So thank you so much, Jasmine.
Thank you, Krupesh. Thank you for your insightful words. All right. So now let us move on to our level 6 projects, where the students have integrated all the above mentioned and made embedded systems. So let's take a look and see what Nidesh from Windsor has to present.
Hi, my name is Nidesh, and this is my project, SensorPop. In the components I've used in this project is an IR sensor, a tap switch which is underneath the bowl. There's a servo motor right here, and there's a level 6 motherboard right here. The way this project works is when you put the glass in the bowl, it presses a tap switch that is underneath the bowl, and then you have to swipe your hand on the IR sensor, which will make the the servo motor rotate 40 degrees, which will open this straw, and then the Sprite inside over here will come out into the bowl, into the glass. So this is how it works. Now you have yourself a drink.
That was very impressive, Nidesh. That was really very impressive. Let us go on to our judges and see what questions they have to ask. All right, over to you, Manas. Any questions for Nidesh?
Nidesh, firstly, amazing work, building this at the age that you're building, and the components that you've used is just mind-blowing and phenomenal. This is just amazing work. I guess a question I have is, can your device handle multiple types of beverages? If someone in the house likes Diet Coke and someone else likes Sprite, can you work with multiple beverages in your device?
Yeah.
So what you could do for that is there's an opening over here. You could change out the bottle of pop. So you could take out the Sprite bottle and put in Coke. It depends on what you like, and yeah.
Well, very nice. Great design as well.
Thank you.
Thank you, Manas. Anand, would you like to add anything to that?
Great job, Nidesh. Very well done and executed. A great innovative idea as well. I was just curious again on the fact, like, how exactly do you ensure that the whatever pop you have there, like Sprite or Coke or whatever, how do you ensure that it goes down through the straw and falls into the glass? What is the mechanism that you've used to ensure that it starts pouring down the drink?
So I made a circle over here which says place glass here. So like when you place it here, like the straw's right above it. So the drink wouldn't go out of the glass. So when this opens, the drink will start falling out right away for 10 seconds. And then when it closes back, you can pick it up and drink it.
So when the takt switch is pressed, you're saying when you put the glass on top of it, it's the takt switch that gets pressed, right? So
Yeah.
when the takt switch gets pressed, what exactly happens up there to ensure that the liquid starts pouring down?
If only the takt switch is pressed, the machine wouldn't work. When the takt switch and the IR sensor senses something, only then the machine will work, and the pipe will open for the drink to come out.
So how does the pipe open exactly?
There's a servo motor right here, which has a
Okay.
little piece right here, which covers the straw, and
Mhm.
this piece moves to open the straw, and which will then make the pop come out.
Okay, yeah, that's a great idea. Any way where you could in the future have something where it detects low levels of the pop left in the machine or something, so the moment the machine reaches the 10% thing, it immediately puts up a warning saying, okay, you're running out of the pop or
Yeah,
something?
that's what I was gonna add in the future, because like I would try to calculate how many times the servo motor opens till the bottle is empty, and then imagine it's like 10 times. So
No.
once it opens 7 times, there'll be a red light saying that there's less pop in the bottle
Okay,
in the machine.
so every time the switch is pressed, is it like for a limited time that the pop comes out, or is it till the time the glass is there? How
There's a
does it?
limited time.
Okay, so every time it's the same amount of pop that comes out.
Yes.
Okay, so you think again there's a possibility where if someone removes the glass in between the time where it's pouring out, it automatically cuts off like a safety measure kind of thing?
In the future, I could try doing that by also placing an IR sensor over here, which detects the glass.
Yeah, that'll be great. Yeah, I think Nidesh, fantastic job. Very well executed. Great job. Fantastic.
you.
Back to Jasmine.
Thank you, Anand. Nidesh, would you like to add anything else or ask our judges any questions from your end?
No.
All right, perfect. Thank you, Nidesh. And that concludes all the projects from our finalists. So let us now conclude this evening's event. We would like to thank our respected judges, Mr. Manas and Mr. Anand, for their time in judging this very competitive and innovative session. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Thank you.
Thank you, Jasmine. Great job.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Manas. Let me now call upon Krupesh again to say a few words before we conclude. Over to you, Krupesh.
Thank you, Jasmine. Perfect. So to close this in a different way, I would first congratulate to all the students, whether you win or lose is secondary, but the efforts that y'all have put is amazing. So at this age, building up these kind of projects and, answering, like, the judges have been actually asking different and difficult questions. Like, Anand has been on top of few kids and the kids actually returned back really well. So I'm proud of all the kids. So that's fantastic. And coming to the last thing, yes, as I said, I want to end it in a different way. So all the kids are working on, after level 5 is robotic arm and humanoids. So soon we are coming up with a very innovative event with robotic arms and humanoids. So stay on top of Fobots Canada Facebook page, and soon you will see some live updates from our kids dancing with our humanoids. And that's pretty much it. Perfect. So thank you, Jasmine.
Thank you so much, Krupesh. So in conclusion to this evening's event, we would like to wish all our participants all the very best. We would also like to thank all the parents and course instructors without whose continued support this would not be possible. So thank you, everyone, and have a good evening.